How do you speed up that belief process? You talked about when you were at Melbourne and Nathan Jones didn't believe, didn't trust in the process and what you were saying. Is there a way of speeding that up? And as an investor, is there a way of just making that decision, or does it have to come through time and experience to then say, now I get it, now I understand?
Well, I think the reason that Melbourne, one of the reasons Melbourne employed me because of what I've done. I think that hopefully for them was the first stage of building that trust. So the club said, well, Paul Roos won a premiership, and then you're trying to sell that to the players. So I think the credibility factor is big to start off with. There's no doubt about that. And then, and I think of what I was saying to you before about, I expect Nathan to be inquisitive. I'm sure Robert expects you as investors to pick up the phone, ask him. It can't be just a one-way street. It can't be just me. So Nathan would come into my office often, and I remember a game we played against Carlton, and we played at the MCG, and he barracks for Carlton. Anyone still left? And we played against Carlton. He played on Mark Murphy, tagged him, beat him, and I said to him after the game, I said, Nate, that's the best game I've seen you play. And he's a little grumpy little bastard, and he shook his, and we won the game, he shook his head and he goes, and he came into my office, and I said, you don't believe me, do you? He said, no. I said, well, I'm telling you, that's the best game I've seen you play. So you've got to try and by that I meant he took out the opposition's best player, he still played. So from what I wanted them to do and what I wanted to create, this team that was able to win a premiership, it's not about an individual. Nathan was used to getting 30 possessions a game and being the best player every week. So you have to show them and you have to explain to them. The trust comes from the communication factor as well. There's no doubt they had a belief in me and trusted me, but I think they also felt like just because I arrived, they were going to win games of footy. They've got a fairly big part to play in whether they win or lose. So it's a two-way street. And final answer, it does vary from person to person. Everyone's very, very different. Their personalities, etc., etc. So I suspect if you're a nervous investor, and I'm managing you, I'm probably giving you a call most days and saying, relax. Exactly the same as a player. Some players don't need to be spoken to very often. Some players do. So understanding, gets back to what I was saying, understanding every single one of your players, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and how long it will take for them to... Some players will go, you tell me what to do, Brett Kirk, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. I'll do it every single week. Other players need a lot more convincing.
Do you have anything to add?
I'd say you speed up the process by slowing down the noise. So it's sort of I've just spent a few days away in the Northern Territory and I turned off my phone for 5 days. I was on a trek, Larapinta Trail, and I found that my understanding of things seemed to speed up as I was slowing down the amount of noise that was coming at me. I think what we misunderstand the degree to which being plugged in all the time to information accelerates our response to things. We're always feeling like we have to respond. By feeling that we have to respond, we actually slow down our understanding. So it's counterintuitive. By slowing everything down, you speed everything up. You come to an understanding. It's a bit Zen, really. That's my appreciation of it.